The Men's Wrestling Award. You know, I'm kind of excited about this for a lot of reasons. First of all, it's going to a very deserving athlete who told me he was very nervous today, and I give him some advice. Be succinct, kid. Tell your story, do your finish, get the hell out. And here to present the Men's Wrestling Award, one of the brightest minds I've ever worked with, one of the most unique personalities I've ever worked with. And boy, howdy, does he love those Red Sox. Kevin Sullivan, come on up, man.
JR and I were just talking about this. We remember when there was no music. That's how old we are. Well, I got something to say about wrestling. And last night I made a new best friend, Sergeant Slaughter. We've been in the business over 30 years and we've paths never crossed. But that's what wrestling does to you. What wrestling does is one thing to me. Timing. Timing. Whether it came from JR saying slobber knocker, whether it came from Sergeant Slaughter backing up from Hogan and then attacking him, and excuse me if I miss some of my friends, if it came from Haku and the Barbarian beating everybody up in the world. I was 6 months in the business and I wasn't smart because I went to Savannah, Georgia, and I saw the world heavyweight champion for the first time, Dory Funk Jr., and wrestled Bobby Shane. And I turned to one of the guys and I said, I guess it's real that the champion wrestles a real match. There's nothing fake about this. And Dory, there wasn't when you wrestled. And what we have now, Ata's there, I work for her mother. Look what her son has transcended the wrestling business. Right there, the strongest man in the world. Right now, these athletes have taken over the spot of my friends. And not belittling my friends, but these are better athletes. They're better trained, they're better nutrition, but they don't have what you had. The love of the wrestling business. You got into the business because you love the business. The Cuban Assassin, Ricky Santana, Bob Cook, I could go on and on and on. There's something missing. I heard JR say it before, but it's going to come back. And one of the reasons why it's going to come back is the gentleman I'm going to introduce now. I got with him when he was a young boy. We went to Africa, and I said, you know how you can get over? The guy that's thrown, to me, the most money and the longest length of time is The Undertaker. Why don't I put you in a glass coffin? He said, what? I said, yeah, you'll get over like a son of a gun. Why don't I put you in a glass coffin? He almost did it. Andrew Anderson has that heart. He has the timing. He has what the wrestling business needs today, the love of the business. And I just want to throw out a shout out to Craig Massey, because Craig's been a big supporter of Andrew, and because you ripped the reinforcer off, I thought that was a little too close, kid. But this guy has traveled up and down the roads like we used to. So without further ado, my friend, the reinforcer, Andrew Anderson.
Very good, brother.
Is that enough for you?
I'm not going to kiss you now.
No, I don't want to kiss you.
Congratulations, you deserve this.
Thank you.
I brought a prop. Just in case I pee myself.
Right over here.
Kevin, I got to tell you, he offered me a chance to sit in a glass coffin and be the new Purple Haze. I said no.
He said, "You're gonna put this robe on?" I said, "No." He said, "You're gonna sit in this glass coffin?" I said, "No." He said, "You're gonna get over like the Undertaker?" I said, "Okay." The damn thing had no air in it. And he forgot about me. So I'm in there sweating, and he's out there smiling, looking, "Hey, you fat bastard, you still in there?" Go back. We're back in Africa a few years later. Barbarian, Mama. I love Barbarian, but Mama, you the lady. So, hands off. Give a round of applause for Mama. We're in Africa, and we both have a bad case of dysentery. We have a stall with 2 toilets and a curtain between us. And we'd race to get into the room who would get in first, Kevin or myself. Kevin would always lose, and I'd come out and we'd have dueling banjos inside the bathroom. And every time I got out, Kevin would say, "It's chocolate chips on the floor." It wasn't no chocolate chips, Kevin. My socks are still dirty from that. I have a bunch of people I want to thank. Jimmy Superfly Snuka got my start in the business. Yeah. I wrote some notes down. Jimmy Snuka was like a father to me. He brought me into business. He taught me how to work. Greg the Hammer Valentine. He was a second father to me. He brought me around with him everywhere he went. And Hammer taught me really how to work. Papa, Kevin Sullivan, and I call him Papa because he always reminded me of Papa Smurf. So, I had 3 Pops. Pops was Jimmy Snuka, Dad was Greg the Hammer Valentine, and Papa Smurf was Kevin. So, I think I learned from the best. There's some people I want to thank who really had my back over the years. I've never been an indie darling, never tried to be, I've always been me. I started out as a Siberian Tiger. They teamed with Nikolai Volkov, with John Krasuski, AKA General Nikita. Where are you, Nikita? Stand up. There he is in the back. John took me on the road with Nikolai, and of course, Nikolai never bumped, I did all the work. And it was a real learning experience. I miss him. I wrote something here about Kevin's eyebrows. Once again in Africa, we were trying to rip Kevin. He's asleep, and he's snoring every night like a jackhammer. He never brought a CPAP machine. I got in there with a razor. I got the bright idea that I was going to shave his eyebrows when he slept. So he's in there like the devil himself, as usual. He snores in Boston accent. I come by, I tell Rick Fuller, turn on the lights, my tag team partner, turn on the light, and I'll hit the buzzer. He turns on the light, I hit the buzzer at the same time. Kevin's hand shot up like Jason on Friday the 13th. "Why don't you shave my balls while you're at it, kid?" I couldn't believe it. I never saw reflexes. He never moved like that when he was 20. There are a lot of people I want to thank. Tito Santana. Tito was a major influence in my career. He helped me a lot, took me on the road with him. I just worked with him in Detroit at Legends of Wrestling a few weeks ago. It was a great experience. Can you believe that Legends of Wrestling is run by Brian Knobs? I still can't get it. But it's a hell of a promotion. I want to thank the Nasty Boys. As vile and disgusting as they are, they really were always good to me. My tag team partner in Mean and Lean right there, Mustang Mike, stand up, take a bow. Stand up. We're going to be working this weekend in Louisiana. He's always been a class act. The Tokyo Monster Cahagas. When he got his award, I remember Jim Ross saying, "What the hell is a Tokyo Monster?"
I didn't know.
He didn't know. Some real, my management team, Pat Horgan Talent and Roger Paul Inc. They've been getting me a tremendous amount of acting gigs for the past year and a half, and I really want to thank them. I'd be amiss if I didn't. Wow. Dave Yohannan, he encouraged to get me on the road. I want to thank Evan Ginsberg and Darren Aronofsky and Alpha Sr. They got me into the movie The Wrestler. I auditioned for it. I wasn't one of Pops' kids. I actually auditioned for the role. I got to train with Mickey. JJ Dillon, JJ, I love you. With all my heart. You've done so much for me. You had my back from day one. And that means a lot. That means a lot. James Beard, my favorite referee. He helped bring me out of mothballs when I was ready to retire. James Beard and Tim Storm, who gave me shots for the NWA heavyweight title. I really want to thank them, the both of them. Of course, I got Brian Blair, Carl Lauer, Scott Teal, Dean Silverstein, Bruce Tharp. I want to thank them. I also want to thank two women who got an award here a few years back. The late Emily Miller and Patsy Hughes right here. Patsy's sitting right there at my table. I love you guys. Morgan Dollar, he always has faith in me. Tony Villano from the old Hall of Fame. And Johnny Mantell from the new Hall of Fame in Wichita Falls, Texas, JJ. Let's see. God. Yeah, I think I even lost the page over here. Okay, there it goes. God, that was Kevin's. That was Kevin's. He's got Cliff Notes on the same paper I did. Yeah, just a lot to thank. If I forgot anybody, it's that I'm nervous as all hell. Sergeant Slaughter, who was there at that cage match when I was diving off the top of the steel cage, told me it was the best cage match he ever. Were you pumping smoke up my ass, or was that legit? He was, I thought so. Because afterwards, a couple of months later, he said, "Kid, that was stupid." But it looked good and got over. So, but as far as the Cauliflower Rally goes, yeah, Jim Ross is right. Come out, bring a friend, support it. That's how it happened to me. Craig Massey is my best friend, and he got me here a few years back, and I once you come once, you will come again. It's like a beautiful girl. Come on, you can pop for it. You've all been there. But I mean, it's really, really, really a great organization, and it helped a lot of people, and I know there are a lot of people who were more deserving of this award than I am, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.